Some of the best memories aren't made in front of a screen. They're made under the open skies and side by side with the people you love. Today, I'm taking you with me to Payne's Prairie, and we're not just searching for wild horses, we're reconnecting as a family, one step and one hoofprint at a time. Let's go find some magic. Have you ever wanted to see horses in the wild, but you're not sure where to go or how to even start? Truth be told, less than 1 out of 10 people actually see the wild horses. But I've cracked the code. I found a way to see these horses, and today I'm going to share those secrets with you. There's a place in Florida called Payne's Prairie. When you get to this location, you're going to feel like it's empty and there's not horses anywhere, and even think, oh, there are actually horses here. These horses in Payne's Prairie are the descendants from Spanish settlers, and they play by prairie rules. If you know these rules, you can spot them in the wild. Sunrise is not only cliche, it is the rule. It gets hot here in Florida, so you want to go out around sunrise to be able to see these animals. That is when they are foraging. Florida gets hot, so during the heat of the day, they go into hiding. They go to where it's cooler, where they're harder for you to locate. Now, the park opens at 8, but during the warmer months, if you arrive about 7:15, oftentimes the park ranger will open the gate and you get in there early enough to be able to witness these animals. Here's my next secret to seeing the wild horses, is finding the proper trail. Bowling Bluff Trail is the absolute best one to see the horses on. It sits right on 441 and it opens up to the South Prairie. This morning I'm hiking Bowling Bluff in Payne's Prairie, hoping to see the wild horses. I forgot to mention something. Hang tight here. This is another really good thing about this park. It's going to cost you less than $10 to see wild horses. Less than $10. That's right. That's for parking. It's under $10 for up to 8 people to park to see these wild horses. So it's a very cheap way for you and your family to see animals in the wild. Walk the tree line slowly and be very quiet. You want to make sure the horses have less of an opportunity to hear you because you don't want to spook them. So the key here is to walk quietly so you're more likely to spot a horse. Stillness is your friend too. If you hear something and you think it might be a horse, just stop and listen. You might hear them off in the distance. They may be close to you and you just can't see them, but they know you're there. Here's yet another secret. Read the wind. And what do I mean by reading the wind? I mean that make sure that you are downwind from where the horses are. So if you happen to spot them in the distance, make sure the wind isn't blowing in that direction, because if they smell you, they could bolt. The key here is to limit that as much as possible. Here's my next secret. The entire park was once a lake that dried up. During the dry season, it becomes easier for the horses to maneuver, but during heavy rains or during a very wet year, it becomes more difficult. At the ranger station, ask for the weekly water level sheet. It'll show you where the ground is firm. Horses avoid the mucky areas, so target the adjacent areas. This information is much better than any GPS. This tip, my 5th one, is one of my most favorite ones that people often forget. Binoculars. The horses may not come up close to you. They may be far away. They may be a great distance away, that the only way you're going to see them is with binoculars. Now, in my opinion, seeing them with binoculars in the wild is better than not seeing them at all. So make sure you got a decent pair of binoculars with you. So if you see something moving in the wild or in the distance, you can stop, take a look, and chances are it's a wild horse. Okay, if this video helps in any way, hit the like button so this way more people can find this video. Also, share with your friends who happen to be coming to Florida and help them locate the wild horses in Payne's Prairie. Wild horses have been spotted. The entire point of this video is to see the horses. I know we are not close to them and they are a great distance away, but that's not what's important. The whole goal is to be able to find the horses. As you remember what I said, only 1 in 10 people actually see the horses. But I followed the tips that I described to you, and that's how I located them. So I hope you take these tips as well, so you too can see the wild horses. Okay, so to recap. You want to get out around sunrise. You want to hike the Bowling Bluff Trail. You want to stay downwind. And you want to have a pair of binoculars with you. These are your keys to seeing the wild horses, your best bet. Every time I've been on this trail, I have seen horses. Albeit most of the time it was from a distance, but I've seen them every single time because I follow exactly what I'm telling you. So if you do this, you're more likely to see the horses in the wild. And oh, this is very important. Stay 50 yards away from the horses. Give them this space. I know they're horses, but they're not tamed. They are wild animals. So injury can happen. So keep your distance from the horses and admire them from a distance. Keeping a distance is for your safety and theirs. Now, good luck in your search. I hope you see wild horses, and do me a favor, just leave a comment about your experience seeing the wild horses in this park. I love to hear them, and if you have links to any videos you might have on them, I'll be happy to look at those too. I like communicating with you, and I like to know that I've helped, and I like to learn from you as well. Have a great time, and happy finding wild horses.